What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. We're at about $82,000 right now on this, the 18th of March. Down how much today? 2.5%. Yeah, a little bit down. It wouldn't surprise me if we kept going down. We could continue to rise, and that's fine if we do. By the way, guys, if the price goes to 86k, 88k, that doesn't mean that we're absolved of going lower. Until we break above 91k, there's no absolution. I don't know. You're not absolved of seeing lower prices until we break above 91k. Breaking above implies that you close above on a daily basis. Until then, likely we're going to go down to 74.5 to 71.8k. I'm thinking 72 to 73k personally. That's what I'm feeling. I wanted to offer some perspective before we continue. Okay, the perspective. Hold on, let's see. Ivan on tech, man. This guy's funny. Hold on, wait. Does it still load? Yeah. Yes, it's known as the dying swan pattern. That's Eric Crown calls it the cock and balls pattern. Actually, let's see. Or maybe it is known as the dying swan, though. Honestly, smart. Okay, so this is a post that I retweeted or I quoted on because this guy here, Bags, said February Sailor buys 20,356 Bitcoin for about $2 billion at 97,500 per Bitcoin. March Sailor buys 130 Bitcoin for 10.7 million at 83,000, and then he posts this face with George Bush going like this is it's kind of embarrassing, or it's not that big of a deal, or like ho like who cares, right? Like it's like some kind of joke. But here's the deal, and this is my perspective, right? And I get it, I get the difference, but 10.7 million is still a lot of money. Okay, I don't care who you are. But this is my perspective, right? Kind of opposite of what he's saying here. Not impressed, but smart investors DCA, dollar cost average. Even if they are fully deployed, they gather the scraps and put in what they can at lower levels. Bad investors think, what's an extra $100 gonna do? Right? You might have an extra $100 that you're not using. It'll sit there for months in your bank account, but you could put it in something that could actually grow to more than that. In the right spot, it can buy you a new car, a vacation, 1 year's worth of rent, a down payment on a house. Smart buyers have vision. And you're like, $100 getting me a down payment on a house, a new car, a vacation. What are you talking about, C-Zar? Man, if you're in crypto, you should know that that is completely possible. $100 could turn into $20,000 placed in the right coin, right? Sometimes the right coin with a low enough market cap could grow a lot, and you might not expect that. And then you've got this excess amount of money that if $10,000 or $30,000 is a lot of money to you, you can definitely see those kind of gains in crypto, right? And that's kind of the beauty of it. So if you're looking in the right places, and even with Bitcoin, right? If you have $100 here, you could probably turn that into well over $500 by the end of the cycle. Like, I mean, that's just my expectation, but who knows if I'll be right on that. And even that, just sitting there is better than sitting in your bank account. Smart investors have vision, and the scraps, you pile them together day by day, week by week, when you can, and they turn into something bigger than they ever could have if you just treated them as if they didn't matter, right? Smart investors treat their money as if it matters at every level. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the denomination is, and that's what this guy's like making fun of Michael Saylor here. But I think this is a smart thing to do, and it also shows that even the big dogs are hurting right now. Even the big dogs are scrounging. They're scrapping together what little they can to buy it at various prices, but still DCAing. It's a smart move, right? If the big dogs are doing this, you can learn from that. 81.8k now. Looks like we're going to go lower. The 4-hour RSI is a bit bearish. Okay, it's a bit bearish. By the way, guys, hit the like button if you're liking the video so far. Subscribe if you're loving it. Here we are rejecting the 60, right? Every time we've rejected the 60, we have gone to the oversold zone, a little bit above at the overbought zone here, but to the oversold zone, rejected it here, oversold. Didn't get quite to the oversold zone, but close enough, but inevitably you made your way there. Same thing here, I suppose. Here, oversold zone, here, oversold zone, right? It's something that we've done back whenever we were more bullish. Even when we were more bullish, we'd reject the 60 and go near the oversold zone. But this is also, I think, when we were building, so it's not quite the same. Anyways, all these oversold areas, you can notice oversold, relative low here, oversold, relative low here, oversold, relative low, every single time. Could we be heading down to a lower low here, finding a relative low? I think so. whenever it comes time to getting into the oversold. And now here's another thing I want to point out whenever it comes to the oversold area on the 4-hour RSI. If you notice here, whenever we first got oversold, it was on this 4-hour candle. Were we done going lower once we got oversold? No, we were not. We had a little bit more to go, about half a day or so to go. Were we done with our move down whenever we first got oversold on this candle? No, we had a little bit more to go down, about a day's worth of dropping still. Were we done moving down once we got oversold here? Yes, we were. But that's because we got in and out immediately. So if that happens, okay, cool. We might see a little bounce. Were we, and even then, still not guaranteed. Were we done going down when we got oversold here? No. We'd actually just began, right? And then same thing here. Were we done going down once we got oversold here? No, we had lower to go. So just because we get into the oversold zone, even if we come out of it, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're done going lower, right? We can still see, and just in that perspective alone, from when we got oversold, that would have been here on this level, we still dropped on Bitcoin another 7%. I would assume to get oversold here, and I don't have the math right in front of me, but probably to get oversold here, we'd probably have to close like right around $80,000, maybe not even as low as 80,300, something like that. An extra 7% from there would take us all the way down, 7.7% actually, like this one. Oh damn, I just had it. It deleted because I right-clicked on accident. If we were to get oversold, it's like something like here, 7.7%. That brings us down to about $74,500, and that's the first target zone that we have to find support at. It's very possible we could find support at 74.5K, but I am expecting a little bit lower than that to happen. Certainly, I think that we will go below 74K, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. We are picking up volume as we're moving down. A lot of people, a lot of tourists, false bulls, new bulls, they might have been excited that we were holding this kind of trend line here, but again, you bounce from it once, you bounce from it twice, you hugged it the third time. What are you going to do? Different behavior begets different results, my friends. That's the truth of it, right? That's the truth of it there. And really, if anybody was caring about that trend line, you're just cheating, you're lying to yourself, because this was the trend line. We already broke through it and we back tested it as resistance, right? If anybody was trying to draw it to like the line of best fit, drawing it off of the closes, which to be fair, I normally do draw it like this, it's still pretty ugly. Like you wouldn't have even known that this trend line existed until this point here, and it's just it's copium at its finest for anybody who is bullish there. So just learn. I'm pointing this out so that people who were depending on this trend line, you can learn from your mistakes. Don't be biased, right? Accept what it is. Don't try to fit it. You can always just continue to fit it to the best of your abilities, right? Let's see. Can I bring it down even more? Let's see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like from a closing perspective, we're still holding this trend line, but no matter how you slice it, we're not holding it at all. The trend line that we are holding is this one, right, to the downside. That's the trend line that we're holding. And even then, not for long. So I do expect that we're going to go a little bit lower. 4-hour RSI looks bearish. Let's see what we got on the 1 hour. 1 hour just got oversold. A lot of volume coming in there at the low. Not bad, but it's not like a lot of volume. It's just a lot for what we've seen recently. We could bounce momentarily. Don't be surprised. Don't get excited if we go back up to like 82,500. Don't even get excited if we go to 86 to 88K, you guys. We could rip all the way up here, and if you get excited over that, you're likely going to be met with disappointment. I wouldn't get excited until we're closing above $91,000. And I'm not saying this for the lovers out there. I'm not saying this because I expect that we're going to go up. I'm not saying this so that if we go up, I can be like, haha, I told you. And we're going lower. Haha, I told you anyways. Or then if we just go lower, I can be like, haha, I told you. I'm always right. No, that's not the purpose of it. If it goes up here, I'm wrong, right? I'm assuming we're just going to go down. I'm not assuming we go up here. I'm saying that if we do something that's not assumed, it's still not cause for celebration yet that this is the low until we confirm a close on a daily basis above 91,000. Until then, it's just a very possible lower high in a series of lower highs that we've been having for months now, right? Like it's nothing to. I didn't mean to draw that line so poorly, but I don't have a proper mouse to do that. So, anyways. Looking at the daily time frame, looking at the daily RSI, we are rejecting off of the 50. We are looking to be postured down in this downward sloping trend in the daily RSI as well. We don't have to get oversold, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if we found some kind of area down near the oversold zone, perhaps even into it. That could definitely happen, and a move like that would allow us to see new lows, right? The area that we're expecting to go to, again, 74 to 72K, it lines up very well with this prior all-time high area right there, 73.6, right there at that all-time high. And then if we take this high into account, maybe right here, a pretty significant high as well in that same area. Closing daily high, closing highs here, closing lows there. Um, Kind of right in this area is what I would be expecting that we go to, and that makes a lot of sense to me. But I don't really know if I have anything else that I want to say. Let's see here. Weekly RSI. The weekly RSI is looking actually pretty damn bullish. In all fairness, guys, this is where we've bounced every single time this cycle has been literally right in this area, right? And this is one of the main reasons I got bullish for like a day and a half. Right here, lows were in, we moved sideways and then up. Right here, lows were in, we basically moved sideways and then we moved up. It wouldn't surprise me if we did something like this where throughout the week we might see a wicked wick come down to the downside, then come back up and close, and we're just moving sideways until we figure ourselves out, and then we'll move up, right? I don't expect that these lower prices below 74K, I don't believe that they're going to be long-lived at all. So if you blink, if you sleep on it, if you're on vacation, you're gonna miss it. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. It's nothing to worry about, right? It's gonna happen. It's an inevitability at this point. And I suppose nothing's inevitable in crypto. Anything and everything can happen. I can definitely be wrong. I would prefer it if I'm wrong, but I do expect that we're gonna go lower. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. Do I? No. Oh yeah, some people actually bring this up. I'm glad that I did this real quick. The monthly RSI, yes. I'm aware that there's bearish divergence, but I'm not concerned about it. Really, it looks like bearish divergence. I don't know if it is. I think that really what it is hidden bullish divergence, because you have lower lows on the RSI with higher lows here. If it is bearish divergence, and it's possible that it is, that would call for a move this down to 71.3K, which would be lower than any of my expectations. It's very common with bearish divergence to go just below it instead of bouncing right off of it. So if we did hit that, that'd be a good case for 69K. It's very possible. I just don't know if it is bearish divergence or not. The main reason why I don't know is because if this high, imagine that this month kept coming up a little bit more. Imagine this month closed above that month there. If it was a higher high on a closing basis here, and then we had the lower high here, that would have been bearish divergence. But because it wasn't, we're just going to ignore that high. We're going to ignore that pivot there, so that it makes sense for this to be bearish divergence. You know what I mean? Like it feels like cherry picking a little bit to me. It's not close enough in essence. So that was bearish divergence. That I don't know about this so much. So, but whatever. It could be, and if it's interpreted as bearish divergence, it might perform like bearish divergence. But I do assume that after we're done moving lower, you guys, we're gonna have a very phenomenal end of cycle rally. The bull market is still in full effect. It's just being a little bit slow right now. Be patient, have patience. We're going to see a really good, phenomenal finish here going into the middle and the end of this year. I think it's going to be nothing but upside. Everybody who's patient, everybody who's been waiting and just DCAing in, you're going to be rewarded. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, no promises here. You never know whenever Bitcoin could do something that's completely unlike itself. But normally this is the point in time where you need to load up. You need to load up the truck and just sit on your hands and wait. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.